obviously one of the things that makes these nights really special is to hear these stories and to think back about, you know, the times that we've all spent with these student athletes, both on and off the court. It's an honor to be a part of all of that and to hear all that again. It means a lot to all of us. When we started athletics back in 1996, you know, there were a lot of people that were involved in the formation of the athletic department and then athletics as we know it. And someone tonight asked me a question about the next inductee, about why he would be able to be inducted. He's a faculty member. Why would he be inducted into the Athletics Hall of Fame? And I explained that this man is being inducted as a contributor to athletics. That's not really fair. That's the definition of why Dr. Castro is being inducted as a contributor to the department, but that really doesn't do it justice as to why he's going in. He's going into the Athletics Hall of Fame is because he is a visionary and he's a pioneer. We talked many years ago about our first athletic director, Bob Simmons, who was our ultimate visionary, who really set the course for what athletics was and currently is and probably will be. And he's one of our original inductees into this Hall of Fame. But Dr. Castro was right there at the beginning, learning. We were in NAIA school. Nobody knew what that meant. I'm sure nobody in this room, but a few of us know what the term NAIA means. Maybe the guys that are men's soccer players know because they were a part of the athletic program when we were NAIA. The NAIA is just a different governing body than the NCAA, and that's what we were when we started. But at that time, we all were learning our way into how we could craft and develop this program. And whether it be student athlete, coach, administrator, contributor, everybody played a part in how the development of athletics started at Felician. So my first interaction with Alfredo Castro was on a cold night, probably in the month of October. And back in the day, Bob Simmons, who was our original athletic director, would get the Immaculate Conception gym open for us to play basketball. And us was students, staff members, just to play. Because that's really what athletics and recreation was at Felician before we started the program. And that night was when I first met Alfredo. We played basketball. He and I, other students, Bob, and may he rest in peace, Russ Wiebe. Now, that was the first night of my relationship with Alfredo. And here we are 22 years later, and there is not one person that I would rather be speaking about being inducted into the Hall of Fame than this man, because my formation as an athletic director and the things that I did and how I learned, a lot of it is being around him, because he's a man of integrity, he's a man of vision, but he cared. So when we talked about why he's going in to use the word contributor, that's a very, very small piece of who Alfredo is. And he is as deserving as any other student athlete who scored baskets, goals, hit home runs or whatever, because he hit the ultimate home run, because he was a part of every one of those student athletes' lives for the time he was our faculty athletic representative, and what he meant to the athletic department and how he cared about student athletes and about Felician. It is my absolute honor to present for induction into the Felician University Athletics Hall of Fame, Dr. Alfredo Castro.
Well, thank you, JR, for your kind words. They really mean a lot to me. And I miss not interacting with you on a regular basis, but here we are. So, dear friends, colleagues, and fellow inductees and guests of Felician University, sincerely, I'd like to thank the athletics department and especially the selection committee for inducting me into the Hall of Fame. Intramurals was my thing, as JR pointed out. I never played intercollegiate athletics. I wasn't good enough. I had some skills in basketball, but they were never good enough. So I also have to thank our president, Dr. Ann Prisco, for her support of Felician Athletics. Certainly JR Dinalo for his leadership over the years. Mark Mentone for all his assistance to me and others when he came to applying for student athlete scholarships, awards. He was always there providing the data needed to submit the application. Barbara Romano from the Registrar's Office and Anthony Scardino from the School of Business, instrumental in setting up the student athlete academic advising, making sure that they were all eligible to continue playing sports for the next academic year as well. And finally, to all the coaches who are here and those who are not here. Without your compliance with the rules and regulations set forth by the NCAA, we wouldn't have a viable athletics program. Almost 5 years ago to the day, I was at this banquet for the very first Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And no, I wasn't here to receive an award. I was asked to share a few words about my good friend, Dr. Russell Wiebe. He was being inducted posthumously for his contributions to the program. As some of you may know, Russell was the first faculty liaison between athletics and the administration, and I succeeded him in that role. And I learned a lot from him about intercollegiate athletics, academic eligibility, recruiting guidelines, and compliance. And truly, Felician Athletics meant the world to Russ. And I know he is here with us tonight in spirit. We still miss Russ terribly, and I'm proud to be in the same company with him tonight. I have to say that I could have accomplished anything professionally without the unwavering love and support of my wife, Mary Rose, who is here tonight, my family and extended family who also are here tonight. So thank you very much for your support. During my tenure as FAR, I witnessed a lot of growth in Felician Athletics. As JR pointed out, we started in 1996 with only 4 sports being represented and a few dozen student athletes at best. To date, we have grown to 14 sports and 270 athletes, and that's a tremendous exponential growth over the years. Under the leadership of Bob Simmons, the first Felician Athletics Director, we became full-fledged members of the NCAA. And lastly, I should point out that with the encouragement of Sister Teresa, we began participating in the Arthur Ashe Junior Scholars Awards program back in 2002. To date, 137 student athletes have been recognized. So in conclusion, as you can see, the growth of Felician Athletics has truly been a team effort. The program has come a long way, and I am certainly honored and proud to have been a part of it. Thank you, God bless, and enjoy the rest of the evening.